I was not even aware that this had happened to Donald Trump until like like later in night or Saturday, because on Saturday I was at an expo, and there are other people and stuff there, and things, and I was getting notifications, but the noise and stuff, I wasn't really hearing it. So it's not until I actually got back home that night that I had found out about this attempted assassination on former American President Donald Trump. And now, I'll be perfectly honest with you, my channel is not about politics and stuff like that. I deal with comics, movies, TV, animation, stuff like that. Pop culture, nerd culture basically is what I deal with. All right? But I condemn any kind of acts of violence 100%. That being said, I am not aligned to any political party or anything like that. I don't live in the United States. I don't have a dog in this race, whether it be Republican, Democrat. It's not my business. You understand me? It's not my business at all. But that being said, attempting to kill someone because you don't like their politics is not something to do. If you don't like somebody's politics and what they're speaking about and what they stand for, then you simply don't vote for that person. That is the power that you have. You can speak out against it. You're free to speak out and say you don't like what this person is saying. That it's perfectly fine to do that. You have free speech. You can do that. You could just keep it clean and stick to your point. You can do that. There's nothing saying you cannot speak out against it. Despite some people wanted to claim that people that words could be violence and all kind of nonsense like that. You could speak out against things. I speak out against things I don't like on my channel all the time. You look at what they're doing in pretty much every aspect of entertainment now. It's absolute madness, and I don't like it, so I speak out against it. And if anybody disagrees with me, I welcome you to come and speak with me. I have no problem holding a discussion. Once you be respectful, we're okay with that. So you could speak out against it, but when you reach to the point that you dehumanize a person so much that someone decides they're going to go and try and kill that person, what does that say about society on the whole? And that's entirely what it is, That's entirely what it is. There is this push to dehumanize Donald Trump like he's some dictator or some madman or the devil or something. So, and if he gets into power, he's going to turn America into some kind of, I don't know, some kind of dictatorship. And he's going to be going about killing gay people in the streets and tearing down this and that. I mean, come on, the man was in office for 4 years. We all survived. He did not declare World War III or any kind of madness like that. But when you listen to the kind of rhetoric that people spew about this man, the kind of insanity behind it, it gets to the point where people get riled up like that, and then they go out and decide to do these stupid things. Trying to kill a 78-year-old man just because you don't like what people are saying about him and so many things he's saying, that is absolutely deranged. And again, I condemn it in the strongest possible sense. But I said before, I said it, when people dehumanize people like this is what happens. Now, as I said, I don't deal with politics on this channel, but in regards to comic books is what I talk about. And when this happened, this horrible thing happened, you find the usual suspects in the comic book industry, rather than condemning it, coming out to show their true colors, and it's absolutely disgusting. And I want to take this opportunity to thank John Delarose from Fandom Pulse for putting together this article, because it clearly showcases the kind of disturbing mentality that these people have. Absolutely showcases it. Let's get into this article here. Mark Waid and Heather Antos cheer the assassination attempt of Donald Trump as the comic industry continues its decline. Marvel, DC Comics, and IDW Publishing should be ashamed of their employees. At this point, I don't think any of those companies care anymore. Honestly, I think they have been so heavily infiltrated that is what it is. Because you cannot work at these places unless your politics align with them. That's the kind of madness it have. Gone are the days when you hired people to work just because their work was good. They had a love for what they were doing and they were producing good material. Now it's just throw out anything that you like, we have a problem with it. But as long as you align with us, that's what really matters. And they talk about how these other things was going on, and they had this in Savage Dragon where they had like basically Donald Trump there, where there's that kill the aliens, kill them, and all of this. Absolutely disturbing kind of behavior. So they're going about this. The industry hasn't turned around but has worsened in subsequent years. People like extremist Heather Antos have only been promoted in the industry to determine who gets hired or blacklisted, yeah? Sales have fallen off a cliff due to the last decade's worth of political activism by the entire industry, as most average comic readers have tuned out due to the wokeism making for stories that aren't worth reading. Yesterday should have been a turning point. Well, this is when it happened, where the country could come together because of an insane person taking multiple shots at former President Donald Trump at a rally. But the vast majority of the comic book industry is calling for more political violence or wishing death on him instead of showing they have any moral compass. Well, that compass is gone. It's no wonder they can't write heroes anymore when they don't have any basic standard of human decency. Not shocking at all. Not shocking at all. IDW Publishing senior editor and head of licensing Heather Antos is a woman who's run the Star Trek brand into the ground for the last several years, as well as has been involved in a child grooming anthology to try to encourage children into bodily mutilation through transgenderism. Yeah, that is quite true, eh? Star Trek at IDW is an absolute embarrassment of it now. And she did put out this anthology for some pride thing about trying to encourage her into bodily mutilation through transgenderism. It's actually really ridiculous. She might have sunk to a new low in her response to Donald Trump's attempted assassination by comparing him to Star Wars Emperor Palpatine. This is what she put out, right? This is what she put out there. I'll just leave this here, right? With Emperor Palpatine, the attempt on my life. Yeah, because these people have it in their mind that this is how they see Donald Trump, right? This is how they see Donald Trump as a literal evil galactic dictator. That's how they see him, as an evil galactic dictator, and they need to find some way to get rid of this man because they're in so much panic and all of this nonsense. That's how they view this. Heather Antos posted a gif of Emperor Palpatine before the Imperial Senate with the text, "The attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed," with a comment, "I'll just leave this here." The implication is that Donald Trump is the evil imperial emperor and that more political violence against him is justified by good revolutionaries who should do anything they can to unseat him from potential power. Her fan base cheered this on, even though Heather Antos turned off replies to those other than those who she mentioned. Yeah, because these people, the kind of insane people who follow them, is what gives them this bolstering to keep doing this nonsense. You try to literally compare Donald Trump to the Emperor Palpatine. I tell you, people are acting like this man is going to do some horrible thing. And like I say, you went through 4 years of him as a president already. We all made it out. Understand? If you don't like the man's politics and what he stands for, just don't vote for him. But no, this is the kind of nonsense that they do. All right. Absolute power writer and longtime DC Comics legend Mark Waid, who's a literal scumbag. That's really the only way to describe Mark Waid, a literal scumbag. And when you see what he posts here, you'll understand even more why I say that. Might have had a crazier take. He has been in battle ever since making a bizarre Facebook post last year saying he would rather burn the comic industry down than share this space with conservatives. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's what he said. He literally came out and said that he would rather the industry burn down than work with anybody who wasn't politically aligned to him, wasn't left-leaning, as they put it. That's what Mark Waid said. And this is the guy, this is DC's head writer on the absolute power, which is absolutely embarrassing. His sales with it is an absolute joke. People are barely even checking it out because DC has just pissed off so many people now. That's it. And nobody really cares. What I come to understand, absolute power, number one, nonsense. Absolute nonsense. But let's take a look at what Mark Waid had to say in this post. First of all, we start off by saying, pray that the shooter was wearing an RFK Jr. t-shirt. But he follows that up. Listen to what Mark Waid puts here. This is what he puts out. If you're just tuning in, some effing idiot with shitty eyesight just clinched the election for Trump. F. Let me read that again so you hear clearly what Mark Waid put out there. If you're just tuning in, some effing idiot with shitty eyesight just clinched the election for Trump. F. This is what Mark Waid, this is what he put out after somebody tried to kill a man. This is what Mark Waid put out there. This is what he put out. Some person tried to shoot Donald Trump, and this is what he put out. And these are the same people will go and tell you how they are all for love and care and acceptance and everybody. This is the kind of insanity that these people operate with. The implications from Mark Waid is that he wished the shooter had better eyesight so he could have succeeded in killing Donald Trump. That's exactly what it is. DC Comics is put into a precarious situation with their lead event writer for the summer saying such a disgusting thing. I don't think they put in that issue because as far as I am aware, there's nobody manning the ship at DC. So people can just do whatever the hell they want. That's it. And Vita Ayala, extreme leftist and former X-Men writer, made a bizarre retweet where she implied that liberals shouldn't even be wishing President Trump well. So she put out, liberals, Donald Trump and Project 2025 are an existential threat. Also, liberals, get well soon, sir. So you could dislike the man's politics, but you don't want him to be killed. So people saying that, wishing him best and get well, that's normal human decency. But these people don't think like that. You must hate everybody for everything. You understand me? Next lunatic, but we wish somebody had better eyesight. And this is what Vita Ayala follows up with. The only person here who actually has a somewhat rational, response is Gail Simone. If I remember correctly, this is what Gail Simone says. Okay, just caught up with the shooting thing. It may be weird, but I'm going to wait until we know more before freaking out. This is bad. It shouldn't happen. Good fortune to us all. She's not supporting anything, but she put out a simple enough tweet that actually makes some sense and actually shows some decency in it. So I give credit where credit is due. Gail Simone actually put out something, relatively good to that. But of course, Mark Waid wasn't finished. He then had to follow up with this, right? After that, he deleted the post, the sick tweet that he put out. But this is what he said after. Because right-wing lunatics and comic gate incels have made a campaign today of sickly twisting my condolences about yesterday's tragedy into claims that I chair political violence, I have deleted my posts. I will not give them any fuel to spread their disgusting lies. This is what it is, but my man said that, because right-wing lunatics and comic gate incels have made a campaign today of sickly twisting my condolences about yesterday's tragedy into claims that I chair political violence. I have deleted my posts. I will not give them any fuel to spread their disgusting lies. Man said that it's sickly twisting my condolences about yesterday's tragedy. Let's take a look at what he said. If you're just tuning in, some effing idiot with shitty eyesight just clinched the election for Trump. F. How is anybody supposed to twist that? This is what Mark Waid put out. You understand me? This is what he put out. Nobody twisted it. This is what Mark Waid himself sat down or stood up or whatever and typed out and put out there for the world to see. But now he wants to play victim and then act like, all people are just changing this and twisting. It's like, how can I tell you that he chair political violence? You tweeted that the man should have had better eyes and that should have taken out Trump. That's what you tweeted, but no. You're sick in your mind to actually come here and believe this nonsense that you have actually put out here and act like this is supposed to be something. I tell you, these people are deranged, boy. This is what the comic book industry, the people who run it, are doing right now. This is what they're doing. Gail Simone, the only one that actually had the decency to put out a somewhat decent tweet. The rest of these lunatics are out here doing this. But the thing, these are the people in charge of the comic book industry, and this is the kind of things that they're doing. That is really telling. This is what we have reached to. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.